Glad to have you back. It's the Business Daily right here on Trust Television. Now we look at another topic, very important topic at that. The major reforms in the Nigerian pension industry in 2025 was largely driven by the National Pension Commission Pension Revolution 2.0 initiative. That is what they target. It was focused on enhancing service delivery, increasing capital requirements for operators, and expanding coverage. How much of that have they been able to achieve in 2025, a year that is almost, rounding up? I'm now being joined in the studio by someone who is an expert in this field. Sani Mustapha is the Senior Technical Advisor of COPHERA and the former Director of Corporate Services at PITAD. He joins me right here in the studio. Good morning, Malam. Glad to have you on Trust TV.
Good morning, Mr. Yusuf Akogu.
Yes. How will you assess the reforms that take place in the pension industry last year? A lot did happen with regards to this National Pension Revolution 2.0 initiative.
Well, I will say that the pension scheme has been reborn in the year 2025. The regulator really worked hard to look at all the issues that are bringing a lot of problems with pensioners, and they were able to convince the federal government, and the federal government, in their wisdom, decided at one swoop, just treated all those issues. I'm talking about the issue of the accrued rights, the issue of the shortfall on professors' benefits, yeah. The issue of pension protection fund, the issue of so many other things that have been dragging the contributory pension. They just decided to issue a bond, which thankfully that bond has been monetized, and pensioners across the board in Nigeria are very happy.
We understand that over 300 billion of that
almost 300
have been disbursed.
Yes, 387 takes care of the pension increases. You know, the previous governments, in their wisdom, they have been increasing pension as per constitutional requirement only for the defined benefit side. They never look at the contributory pension side. So this thing started since 2007. All coming to 2024, there are about 3 or 4 increases, which the federal government approved that it should also be paid to pensioners under the contributory pension.
That's quite impressive. But let's look at some of the this reform, the decentralized benefit approval.
Yes.
How much of impact do you think that one is having? How has it even been implemented, as the case may be?
That one too is another very good story. I work with one of the operators between the years of 2007 to 2016. And I know we used to receive complaints. Somebody will apply, especially federal government pensioners, and the thing will stay there for long, 3 months, 4 months. They will not get their approval because the operator will have to apply to PENCOM with the calculation of what is supposed to be paid, and PENCOM will assign it to benefit officers to look at, and then this thing will now go back. But this regulator today in 2025 decided that no, you don't need our approval before you can pay somebody. Just do your calculations. After you paid, you can now send us the calculation and we will check. Now it's incumbent on you to pay the right amount and do the necessary things according to the regulations. And that way, pensioners that are coming into the scheme are very happy.
There's also the introduction of gratuity payment as well.
Yes.
Which is very, very key to pensioners.
Yes.
You are a pensioner yourself.
Yes.
Talk to us about how effective is this?
Very effective. You see, one of the issues that people have grievance on the contributory pension is that the money is not enough. Now they look at the old scheme. The gratuity pension is there. This gratuity is money that will be paid immediately before your pension kicks in. But in this, they now make it into a lump sum, and that lump sum is not gratuity. So this present leadership of the regulator decided that no, we will work with the office of the head of service and bring in this gratuity, because it will add almost nothing to the government. The way we spend money, if we can spend more for our retirees, it will be a very good thing. The way inflation works, the way things are costly, it will make our pensioners to be very happy indeed.
Indeed, there's also the new pension contribution remittance system, which is more like a digitalized system that allowed pensioners to make contributions without error.
Yes.
Do you think we have the technology to be able to drive that at this point in time, especially given the level of knowledge of some of our pensioners?
Yeah. You see, pensioners do not pay contribution direct. It is their employer. Is it federal government? Is it state government? Is it a private company? So it is envisaged that if it is a company, they will have at least a laptop. They will have at least some sort of apps that they can work with, Excel, to list the name of their workers with their retirement savings account numbers. And with that, you point to the salary, you point to the 10%, you point to the 8%, you point to the total, and then try to key in with the pension fund custodian. So what PenCom did is actually to reduce the paperwork and put everything online. And this online is self-checking, because when you try to pay, automatically the system will check whether the name of the workers, are they all registered, and the retirement savings account number, does it correlate with the name? Then they will now accept the payment. And you too, once you make that payment, you will receive an alert that yes, you have done very well for this. And also, the pension fund custodian will now receive this money and will apply this money to individual retirement savings account, and likely they will also receive alert. So if you are a worker, you get alert for your salary and you get alert of your pension, you will be very happy.
Indeed, like we do here sometimes, because here we get alerts of our pension regularly.
Trust
has been very compliant with regards to that. Let's look at the micro pension plan, which has now been rebranded to now be personal pension plan. How do you think, do you think this rebranding will make it more attractive? I mean, to bring in more people. This is more like a voluntary contributions. Do you think it's more attractive to bring in more people into the pension net?
You see, the contributory pension will just have to bring in more people. We'll have to expand the coverage for Nigerians for that scheme to continue working for Nigerians. We have reached a stage where the formal workforce are almost 80% covered. But the main workers of Nigeria are not in formal work. They are there out in markets, in self-employment. Almost 80% of working people in Nigeria are not covered by this scheme. So the micro pension, when it was introduced in 2019, it was envisaged that it will cover a lot of these people. At least those that are in the cities will key in before we now go to the local government areas. But somehow this thing didn't get the traction. Maybe about 200,000 people. I don't know the right figure, but the figure is nothing to write home about. So the regulator went back to the drawing board and looked at it, why this thing didn't get traction with Nigerians. And they now brought out new things. They changed the name to Personal Pension Plan. They did an expanded coverage that you can now even involve your own children inside.
That's interesting.
You will also get a higher contingency portion. You know, before, there are 2 portions to any money you keep. If you put 10,000 naira there, 6,000 belongs to your retirement. 4,000 is for you to use.
Anytime you want.
Anytime you want. Is it Christmas? Is it Salah? Do you want to buy new tools? You understand? Or they gave you a chieftaincy title, you want to buy a regalia, you touch her. So now the regulator, in their wisdom, increase that. You can get up to 50% of whatever you can. And there are other incentives which will be rolled out, or they have been rolled out by now. Also, the registration is simplified. Hitherto, you may need to go to the pension fund administrator and try to get the form, or you do it online. You know, you have to wait. But they have now registered what they call approved pension agents, which is key, because you now have more entities that will go around and talk to prospective self-employed people.
These agents, are they from the PENCOM, or they are from RSAs?
No, they are actually appointed by PENCOM. They have to meet a certain criteria, which is very stringent, because we don't want to introduce people that will come and do fraud.
Just this issue of trust
very stringent.
is very important.
What they did from 2004 to date, if they allow anybody to just join, there could have been problem in Nigeria. But look at the success. So these approved pension agents are also registered with stringent conditions. And they will be checked, you know.
And balances.
As they are not going to be just left to go. So what I'm trying to say is there are now more agents talking about the personal pension plan. So therefore, Nigerians will hear
the
about
awareness
it
is
more. Their awareness will be more. Yes, and definitely there will be drama. There will be, you know, going to churches, going to mosque, and talk to people. And definitely where you talk like to 10 people, at least 1 or 2 will key in. Those 1 or 2, when they see their money growing, when they get their money from this for Salah, for Christmas, for whatever, they will talk to 2 other more people
that will want to join us,
and that will be 4 out of 10.
Impressive reforms that have been carried out by PENCOM, but the issue of trust is also another issue that Nigeria has with the government agencies as well. Well, how do you think we can actually secure our tax system, our pension system, which is very, very important?
The contributory pension system is highly secured, because anybody coming in to be an operator, if you see the conditions before you are registered, you know that definitely these people are very serious. And anything to do with PENCOM, they are very strict. They will tell you this is black and white, and you can go and check. That is what they told you, cannot be changed. It's one of the parastatals of government that others should emulate. You see, it is to do with money. And Nigerians, you know, they like to talk negatively about anybody collecting money. They like to talk, because before you'll say, look at the workers, they have big cars, you know, the police, you know, when they are doing protests. But you see, if you don't remunerate people that are in charge of the money, you take care of them, then definitely things will go wrong.
Absolutely.
The track record of PENCOM has shown that definitely these people are up and doing. The money is secured.
And of course, pensioners are getting it as at when due,
Yes.
which is more important.
Yes.
But let's look at this issue now, which I'm always bothered about. The cost of living crisis, which has rocked the country, is public knowledge.
Yes.
That we know all of that. I mean, it's from the value of income has somehow been devalued,
yes,
as the case may be. Let's look at how is this impacting on the spending of pensioners, which who are also part of this society. Has their income been increased, or how are they feeling? I mean, managing the little one to survive this high cost of living.
You see, Nigeria's economy is a developing economy. And certainly, once or twice, there are reasons for the government or the leaders of the economy to devalue the naira. This thing has been happening not in this government, even before. You will wake up today, you go to the market, what you want to buy, they'll say it has been increased. This is what happened with developing economy. We have not reached that pedestal where we say, yes, inflation is 3%, inflation is 2%, you understand? Inflation is always 20%. Even cost of money from bank is in the 30%. You understand? So we will reach there. Pensioners are really suffering the fact that the money doesn't go around. And look at it this way. You are being paid, for example, your salary is 200,000. You retire. Nothing changes. You will be paid lower than 200,000 because nobody earns the same with his salary except professors, except all those red-collared, permanent secretaries, head of service. Those are they are very small actually in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
So what we are saying is definitely we have not reached a stage where the quantum of the pension is enough for you. But the key here, this present regulator leadership, they have enhanced the pension payment. They look at it, if you have much money in your account, RSA, they will say increase his money. They also work to get all these pension increases. I was in a program 3-4 days ago, and a pensioner now said that he was earning 65,000, but after these increases, he's now earning 96,000. He's a very low officer of the government, of course. But whereas, look at the increase, it's almost 1/3 that was added.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, PENCOM cannot promise that they will take care of you as per your life, that everything will be rosy. But what they promise you is that when you retire, there will be money for you.
You'll be getting something.
You'll be getting something. Unlike the other scheme that cannot promise you. You have to wait for budget. Once you entered, you have to wait for like 1 year before that money starts coming in. But in PENCOM, you know that there is money waiting for you. You understand?
Actually, what you contributed is what you earn.
It's what you earn.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
But the complaint I've also heard from some pensioners is the fact that sometimes where you want to make a request through your contribution pension scheme, through your RSA now, somehow the process you have to go through to access your account is somehow stringent compared to when you are actually opening the account. So how can that be streamlined so that pensioners can have easy access to their funds?
It has been completely changed now. As far as this year is concerned, with the new regulation that all application for payment of benefits should be treated in 24-48 hours if you have finished your own documentation. The key word there is you finish your own documentation. Once you finish your own documentation, then you get paid immediately. The stringency is for biometric to make sure that you are the same person that put that money, that you are coming for your money. You have to make sure of that. So that is the issue.
Yeah, that's quite interesting there. But there's also, of course, it's a Christmas season as well. And just like we're concerned about every other Nigerian, we're also concerned about pensioners as well. As a pensioner yourself, how are you celebrating the season? I mean, you are one of those that retired. I think about a year ago.
January, end of January.
Okay, or less than. Okay, almost a year.
Almost a
year. We also have those who have been retired now for a very, very long time.
Yes.
Share with us your experience in retirement.
Well, retirement, you need to plan for it. I'm happy to say that every day I go to work, every day I talked about one day. If I go out of this place, I won't come back. It has been with me. So, to be very frank, I prepared for my own retirement. I thank God. Of course, no matter how much you prepare, there may be still gaps.
Certainly.
So, but the key is for you to prepare for that retirement. Make sure you don't go into retirement with a lot of expenses on your head. Make sure your children are educated while you are still
in service.
Make sure you have a roof over your head when you are in service. It doesn't mean you have to have a house in Abuja. You can have a house in your local government area. It's still your house. Of course, your health, your spouse, all these things are factors that will affect your retirement.
Certainly.
Yeah. So when you see that you have 3 years, 4 years to go, then you start planning. Reduce whatever you want to do. All those long planning for things that make you reduce them.
Reduce it.
Yeah. Try to know that at so date I'm going to get retired. This is my own work. And then make sure that you plan to do something in retirement. Because retirement doesn't mean you go and be sleeping. No.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, it's also, another thing to do too when you're in retirement. Keep yourself engaged. While in retirement.
Very important.
Absolutely. That's a very good advice. There's two pensioners out there who are actually watching and listening to us. Thank you so much. Malam Sani Mustapha, Senior Technical Advisor of COPHERA, and of course, former Director of Corporate Services at Peter. We appreciate your time and contributions on the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf Akogu.
Thank you so much. With that is a wrap on the show today. We'll be back again tomorrow. I am Yusuf Akogu.